See, I did not like that cow.
Oh, we're gonna have to cover all
So, they give us focus points of negative 3, 0, positive 3, 0. The vertices are at 5, 0, negative 5, 0. It doesn't really matter. You will always have when you go to do this, you kind of always have the same form. It should be the x first and the y second. You could memorize your a's and b's and stuff, but let's just do it this way. Where's my center? So my center's at 0, 0. So you know you're going to put a 0 in there and a 0 in there. If you write it, great. If you don't put it in at the end, that's fine. How far is it from C to B?
5.
It's a distance of 5. Where does that go? Well, it's a horizontal distance, right? We're measuring. So that, whether you memorize the A's or B's, it's going to go under the X. So when you square it, I get 25. How am I going to get the other denominator? Well, how far is it from the center to the focus? 3. Now, the formula is c squared equals a squared minus b squared. But c represents the distance from center to focus. So that's going to be a 9. The largest movement is along the major axis, so that goes there. So all we are solving for is b squared. So however you do it, what do you get? B squared equals 16. I don't need to square root it because I don't need to know 4. The 16 goes there. So we could write this as x squared over 25 plus y squared over 16 is equal to 1. If you really want to, you can write it with the 0 in there.
I don't.
But the key, where a lot of you will miss your points, is you will forget to put the 1 in there. It needs to be equal to 1 to be an ellipse. Has to have the 1 over there.
4K.
Focus, covertices, that's what they're giving us. Where's your center? At 0, 0 again. Basically, if you can't find your center, you would do a midpoint formula of either the blue or the red dots. Doesn't matter which one you use.
You did it.
You did it the other way.
You did it the other way.
Change this, just label it differently. CV and FV.
Oops, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm glad you're paying attention though. So, oh, and by the way, you might hear some people refer to that as like foci, plural, for focus. It's not focuses, and I can't stand saying foci.
Recording.
So So I will say like focus on top or bottom, or the focus on the left and the focus on the right, whatever. Okay, so because my center's at 0, 0, I plug that in. You also want to make sure it's equal to the 1 right away. Now it's just a matter of finding denominators. So if the co-vertices are going horizontally, I really don't care even that they're co-vertices. How far is it from center to co-vertex? That's a distance of 5 horizontally. So I'm going to put 25 under my x. So you square that, put it under x. Running up and down would be your c value. That does not appear in the formula. So the c value has a distance of 2. So 4 equals a squared minus 25. How do I know that I'm subtracting the 25? Because if it's the minor axis, I know that's the smaller of the two distances. Right?
Yeah.
So a squared is 29. So over here, 29. And that would be your equation. So I have a focus at 0, 0. And I have a focus at 4, 0. So I definitely know my center is on the axis, and it will be 2, 0. So the other thing they're telling me is that the major axis is 8. So if the major axis is 8, it means, yes, there's a distance of 4 on either side of the center, right?
Yeah.
4 plus 4 gives me 8. So I have to go from the center 4 more, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's this dot? This vertex is at 6, 0. Not that I need to know where that is, but it just visually you can tell that it's 4 to the right, 4 to the left. So this thing is definitely a horizontal ellipse. So when I go to write my center stuff, I would say x minus 2 quantity squared plus y minus 0 quantity squared, both top of a fraction, and we're going to set it equal to 1. What? The distance from my center to the vertex is 16 because they're telling me that's the major axis. When I square the 4, I get 16, and that should go under the x.
Is it always C?
Wherever the major axis is, or we'll go under the vertical horizontal piece. Yeah, the distance from center to focus is 2. So my formula will be 2 squared, which is 4, equals major axis minus the minor axis thing, which I don't know, b squared. So what is b squared is 12. So there's our equation. Find the standard form of the equation of the specified ellipse. Vertices 4, 0, negative 4, 0. I'm going to tell you that this is C over A. So I would like you to come up with your own equation quickly. So I'll pause it, you work, find the equation of this ellipse. The only thing I have on the drawing would be that I have the 4, 0, negative 4, 0, but that does help me find my center, 0, 0 again. So if you write it out, x minus 0, y minus 0, go ahead, or x squared, y squared. Get it equal to 1. Because that distance is 4 and it's running horizontally, I'm going to put 16 under my x. So then, why are they giving me eccentricity? Well, if the eccentricity is c over a, I don't know what my c is, right? But I do know my a is 4. So the only way I can get 1/4 is to put 1 on top. So c over a is 1/4, and then you can put it in. C squared is 1, a squared is 16 minus my b squared, so b squared turned out to be 15 again. I'm going to pause one more time. You're going to do the work for number 9, and then we'll look at the answer. So this would be your answer down here. They're giving us vertices, co-vertices. So again, we have a major axis running horizontally. So the distance of 10 gets squared and goes under the x. The distance of 4 is running vertically, so that gets squared and put under the y. Center 0, 0 again.
Both sides really